Coming up on KREM 2 News at noon, it is cloudy to start off the noon hour, but boy, is it windy. Sustained wind speeds are in the 20, 30, and moving towards the 40-mile-per-hour range. Those are sustained winds. We'll talk about what's to come over the next couple days.
Well, a judge is pumping the brakes on a new voter-approved initiative. A move to cap car tab fees at $30 is now in jeopardy. A massive explosion this morning rocked a Texas town. One man says he was terrified as glass came flying into his home.
KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. Great to have you. I'm Jen York. Laura Papetti is off today. Well, winds are picking up around the inland northwest. In some spots, gusts could reach up to 60 miles per hour. Evan Arani is in the Weather Center now with more. Hi, Evan.
Hi, Jen. Yeah, I mean, in Sandpoint right now, we're seeing sustained winds at 37 miles an hour. Of course, as you mentioned, gusts could be reaching 60 miles an hour, and that's normal. These sustained winds are those constant blowing winds, whereas those gusts are those quick moving, few seconds of bursts of energy. So right now, sustained winds, 22 miles an hour in Spokane, 37 in Sandpoint, 29 in Deer Park, 22 in Pullman, and 31 in Moses Lake. It is a breezy afternoon out there, and it is not going to calm down today. We've got breezy winds continuing all the way through the day today. Spokane is a little bit calmer than North Idaho, so that's why we see kind of a differentiation depending on where you are, but still breezy in the Spokane area with gusts possible in the upper 30-mile-per-hour range, and as we mentioned, in other spots moving towards the 40 and 50-mile-per-hour range. We are also seeing a little bit of wet weather, so it is a busy day overall. Satellite radar is picking up on rain just south of I-90, closer to about Tri-Cities area, and a little bit of snow off the eastern slopes of the Cascades as well. Looks like some of those snow showers are tapering off as we speak, and most of that wet weather will be gone by tomorrow. As we head into your Thanksgiving, things are actually steadily improving. So although it will be cold going into tomorrow morning, we are picking up on a clearing of the clouds headed toward your Thursday. Wind speeds are going to weaken just a bit, and we'll start to see fewer and fewer rain and snow showers. So improving conditions headed toward Thanksgiving. We'll take a look at Future Tracker in just a bit, Jen.
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, inland power crews say high winds knocked out power to thousands of its customers. More than 1,000 people are without power right now in North Spokane. However, crews hope to have that power restored any minute now. They were setting noon as a deadline. Nearly 100 Kootenai Electric customers are also without power here at the noon hour. Avista is also reporting hundreds of outages. Many of them are concentrated in North Idaho near Sandpoint and Hope. Well, traffic will certainly be busy today across Snoqualmie Pass, but boy, blue skies on top of the mountain right now. We're looking at a live look at the pass here. WashDOT crews are expecting stop-and-go traffic on top of the pass starting at 1 p.m. in about an hour. That is for drivers leaving the Seattle area. Washington State Patrol troopers say drivers coming from the west side will likely see heavier traffic than those of us heading west on I-90. Well, snow and ice on other passes in the region are making travel difficult today. Blewett Pass is back open right now on Highway 97. It was closed briefly earlier today, and these are photos from earlier. You can see why it was closed. Right now, WashDOT crews say snow is still coming down and chains are required. And traction tires are required on other Cascade passes, including Stevens Pass and White Pass. For a full list of pass conditions, be sure to head to KREM.com. Across the nation, two powerful storms are complicating Thanksgiving travel for millions of Americans. Snow and wind have left roads impassable and forced airlines to cancel flights across the Midwest. Winter storm warnings are also in place from Montana to Michigan. TSA says 2.7 million passengers are expected to fly today, making it the busiest flying day ever recorded. Well, for all the latest weather updates on the go, be sure to download the new KREM 2 mobile app. New at noon, car tab fees will not drop to $30 next week in Washington. This comes after a King County judge temporarily blocked Initiative 976 from taking effect. The judge cited concerns that the initiative's description on the ballot was misleading. Earlier this month, voters approved the initiative sponsored by activist Tim Eyman. The state's budget office estimates it would eliminate billions in tax revenue by 2025. Also new at noon, a new warming center in Spokane is now fully operational. Jules Helping Hands operates the South Cannon Street Center. Previously, it was only partially open to the public, and again, now it's fully operational. The nonprofit completed necessary repairs on the building. We are still waiting to hear back from Jules leaders on the number of beds available. At least 3 people suffered injuries today after a massive explosion at a chemical plant in Texas. A plume of smoke stretched high into the sky about 80 miles from Houston. Crews evacuated that surrounding area, and several nearby homes also suffered damage.
Windows and glass just come flying into the bedroom, scared us to death, and we jumped up and went to my daughter's room and made sure she was okay and got her. And then
yeah, certainly a scary scene there. State environmental experts are now monitoring the air quality in that area. The cause of that explosion is under investigation. Interstate 90 just outside of Spokane is back open today after a massive pileup. Washington State Patrol Trooper Jeff Sevigny says it was the worst crash that he's ever seen in Spokane. The Spokane Fire Department leaders say 70 cars wrecked yesterday, shutting down the freeway. Washington State Patrol troopers say icy roads were to blame. Medics took 7 people to the hospital, but no one suffered a serious injury. The crash, though, caused a backup 4 miles. A Spokane police officer accused of rape is now accused of inappropriate misconduct. Officer Nathan Nash is facing a 2nd-degree rape charge and 2 counts of official misconduct. New court documents show 2 more victims have come forward with allegations against Nash. He pleaded not guilty to charges. His attorney says they are looking forward to a full exoneration. The Spokane Humane Society is asking for help identifying the person that you see here on your screen. Workers say they stole dog food and other equipment yesterday from the shelter. They posted this picture on Facebook. If you recognize the person or the truck in this photo, you were asked to call Crime Check. That number is listed at the bottom of your screen, 456-2233. At just 8 years old, a North Idaho girl is the envy of Northwest anglers. We'll introduce you to the pint-sized angler who caught a record-breaking fish.